Flossy friends. How are you? It's Friday. It's been a long week. I'm really excited that it's Friday. It is April 23rd, Friday, the end of a long week, and I felt like chatting with my Flossy friends because that's the best way to start off the weekend, right? So, my name is Nick. If you are new here, welcome. This is a channel mostly about cross-stitch. If you have been here before, thank you for coming back. I have made such great friends on the Instagram and Flosstube world, and I'm so excited that you decided to come spend some time with me. So today, I thought it's stitching related, but we're going to talk about something that I think is fun and that you might not know about. So let me start with, I have seen a lot of people participating in the Peruvian Cats SAl, which is a pattern by Peruvian Flair and Aguayo, and it is inspired off of an Incan textile of a cat. And I have loved seeing everybody's interpretations. I'm seeing a lot of people stitch the top cats full crosses and then the bottom cats in half stitches to make it look more like a reflection, and I think that's awesome. You can get this pattern in her shop on Etsy. It is like just under $3 if you haven't grabbed it already, and I think the sale is still going on. If someone's stitching it, the sale's happening, right? I haven't joined in just yet, as I am slowly getting back into stitching. I am going into my 5th week of PT for tendonitis and the wrist and elbows, and I think I'm going to be there for a little longer, so we're stitching very minimally, but I do intend on starting this once I get back into the swing of things, maybe even a little before. Maybe I'll throw a few stitches in, we'll see. And I wanted to share with you guys the silk that I received. Hold on, it fell. Hold on. From fiberlicious Yummy Fibers, that I think will be the most perfect silk that I could have found to stitch this piece with, and I'm hoping in a few minutes you'll understand why. So, this is the floss. It is called Make a Wish, and as you can see, it is very colorful, right? It's a bunch of different colors in there, and I haven't seen anybody stitch this pattern yet with they've been variegated flosses, but nothing with this much color. And my reason for wanting to use this for a Peruvian SAl is that there is Peruvian textile called Aguayo. You might have seen it, you may not have, but it is the main cloth that you will find used in a lot of, I don't want to say just Peruvian things, because it is other South American countries have their own Aguayo also, but it is something that is all over my home, and it is known for being very bright, very colorful. You know, my friends know that something's Peruvian if it's got so many colors in it. And they were traditionally blankets, blankets used to keep people warm. The women in that Andes area, they use it to like hold babies on their backs, and now it's in everything. Bags, dolls, a lot. So I figured maybe some of you would like to see it. Not entirely stitching related, but I think since so many people are stitching the Peruvian cats, it might be a fun thing for you to see. So I'm going to start with an actual Aguayo cloth. Look at this. So this is the actual cloth. Isn't it beautiful? It's traditionally made with sheep wool. It's not as soft as you know when you grab a blanket and you're like, oh my goodness, it's so cushy soft. It is soft, but it's not like one of those. It's a feel like a material that you definitely get used to. And these are used, like I said, for blankets. These are probably, I don't know how they would do it, but they are able to wrap it like this so that they can hold the babies behind them. And you can use it also for decorative purposes. So this used to live on my couch, just as like a throw to pop some color in there. But my child doesn't like things on our couch. Throw pillows, nothing. So it's currently living in a closet until she will accept it as part of the furniture. But my mother-in-law, I gave one to my mother-in-law, who is not of any Hispanic descent. And so she puts it out as like a table runner, and then she's got some things on there. So as you can see, whole lot of color. Making some sense. So I just saw this and I was like, but wait, yes. So this is how you can find it in the traditional sense. But they also use it to make clothes. So these, I'm sure they have a proper name, are pants. They come in all different types of sizes. Me and my family call them Cusco Pants because there is a city in Peru called Cusco where my family is from, and out on the streets when you're walking around, there are tables set up with just piles and piles of these pants, different colors. I have them in so many different colors. I have them in red. I even have like a gray black variation. And these get comfier every single time you wash them. I don't know what happens. I don't know why, but they just get softer and softer. So all of my close friends have a pair of Cusco pants. I believe they call them Peru pants. And we wear them primarily as like pajamas, sweatpants. I mean, in Peru, I'm sure people wear them everywhere, right? But they're like your sweatpants, like your average, I'm a lounge around in my comfy pants. Look at that button. Also very, very common in Peruvian wear. So yeah. Have you seen pants like these? I see some people walking around with them and I'm always like, but did you get them in Peru? Tell me. So now we've got pants and we've got blanket. It also is used in bags. So this bag, I also believe here is probably made from alpaca. I don't remember. This bag is from Peru, but my grandfather, who is now 91, 92, I cannot recall, he lived in Peru. He had lived here for a bit. He'd moved back to Peru. My mother brought him back because it was getting hard for him to live on his own. He wasn't taking the best care of himself. So when he was younger, he had sent this to me as a gift. And actually, Peruvian Flair, these are the Andean women, and they are depicted wearing those aguayos. You can see there's a little baby over there. I don't think they might just be wearing the shawls. But as you can see, all the designs are very intricate. You can see where Anna got her inspirations for the borders, for the shapes. Very, very traditional. Like that is a sun, some hearts, and it's a lot of fun to like really look at everything, see the different textile art. There's nothing too much in here. This is older, so it's nice and soft in there, but there are no pockets. I used to have one with my name stitched on it, which was probably hand stitched by the woman that made that backpack. But yeah, so can you see why I was drawn to this silk? It was almost like Fiberlicious just knew they needed, because this, I was in her Silk of the Month club. Now I'm in her Fabric of the Month club. And this just happened to come, and it was like, How did you know? How did you know I needed this in my life? This was made for me. So, okay, cloth, pants, backpack. Now, I have a doll. My mother brought this back from Peru after I had my daughter. This is just a traditional Peruvian rag doll. They are generally smaller, but you know, Grandma was very excited about her first grandbaby and just couldn't help herself. So as you can see, this is the same cloth that I showed you earlier. Here is that pack. Here's her little child. The hat. And if you were to go to Peru, if you were to go like to the tourist areas, climb some of the mountain trails there are, like you could go up Colca Canyon or, you know, Machu Picchu, you will see younger girls, women dressed in this traditional way. It's, you know, for photos and for you to get the experience. It's not so much, you know, everybody dresses like you and I for the most part in Peru, but they do, when you're looking for the experience, dress up like this. And I just thought this was so cute. My daughter doesn't appreciate it yet. I've been keeping it up on a shelf because I don't have anybody in Peru right now. You know, my mom hasn't gone back since COVID started, so I don't want her to get ruined because I don't know when I'll be able to get another one. So for now, she lives on a shelf and just looks pretty. Look how cute she is. I used to have one of these. It was the only doll that ever looked like me. My mom used to braid my hair just like this. And also, I don't think I have one. I'll look after. But just like the pants, we used to have hats. Not like this. They come down over the ears. I'm sure you've seen them. And little braids that come here. And they're also very colorful. But that was the closest that I ever got to wearing a hat like this. So this is the last thing I have to show you. Same idea. Now I'm sure you get it at this point. This is the only thing that I have shown you that I do not know if it was made in Peru. Those other things, they've been purchased in Peru. This is something that my mother-in-law got. My mother-in-law really didn't know anything about Peruvian culture. She'd never met a Peruvian person prior to myself and my family. I'm first generation American, so it is strong Peruvian roots. The culture is strong in us, and that's just, you know, my mom brought us up with her culture. So for her, this was new, and she really does her best to embrace my culture. When she goes out, if she sees anything Peruvian, she grabs it, brings it back. And this is one of the things that she brought back. It is a mirror case. I'm gonna pull out the mirror, but my husband's about to walk through that door. I saw him. We'll see. Oh, look at that. Sorry about that, but he likes to go running, and he was gonna come in a big, sweaty, breathy mess, and I knew he was not going to be appreciative if I filmed him that way. So I've moved, but what was in the bag? This mirror. I know nothing about the mirror itself. It was just in the bag that she brought me. It's from a company called Peruvian Connection. Look at the yama. And yeah, so I just really thought it would be fun for you guys to see some Peruvian textiles, especially because everybody's been stitching a Peruvian inspired design, which I think is so exciting. For me to know that there is a Peruvian cross-stitch designer creating Peruvian inspired cross stitches is just so exciting. It's not something you see. It's not something I have seen. So definitely give Ana a follow on Instagram. Her thing is, her handle is Ana C. Aguayo. It's ANACAGUAYO. Her Etsy shop is Peruvian Flair, and she's got a bunch of adorable Peruvian patterns. Like I said, there is a brand new one. I don't know its name, but I did see it for a hot second of the Andes women, and maybe you'll add some extra colorfulness to your stitching. Oh, the lighting is not as great in here as it was out there, but you guys got the picture, right? Oh, there we go. You got to see it. Aside from that, I don't have too much stitching to show you, but I do have a few things. So I got hurt beginning of December. So I had a few things that I had started or I really wanted to start, and I didn't really know what was going on. I pushed myself a little more than I should. So the only finish that I have to show you is I took a class with the primitive hair in December. I didn't know I was going to be injured when I signed up for the class, and it was to make this. A cute little, I don't know, ornament, wall hanging. Some people made it into a Christmas tree topper, which I thought was cute. Came with all the finishing instructions. We stood online for like maybe half an hour. I would have been really excited with like a long class, like let's do this in detail. Not what happened. Maybe eventually we'll get that kind of class with her, but Isabel was great. The design was very quick. There is fabric for the skirt that I have not attached, and the stitching is not my best because I was freshly injured, and I went through a really hard time in the beginning. Like I just wasn't accepting that I was injured. I wasn't mentally there. So I was doing everything I could to keep stitching, which probably caused the prolongment and injury. I even started to stitch with my left hand. I've learned. I'm trying to be better, but I just got confirmation that I can send this off to Jolynn at Acorns and Threads. I know, I took a class. I should be finishing it, but I am injured, and I really want to get some things finished. So Jolynn will do a great job. I already know. And so I'm going to send that off to her right after I finish filming this with all the finishing. So stay tuned for that. I'm trying to be good, never really good. So I still purchased a few things. Nicole on Instagram, I Drink and I Stitch Things, said that I'm really just buying things to medicinally help me. It's like, you know, what the doctor prescribed. It's here to help me. So I'm going with that and telling myself, yes, every purchase I bought, even while injured, is just to help me. It's going to help me get in a better headspace. So I signed up for the Frogworts Retreat through the Black Needle Society. You're not able to get in on this year anymore, from what I understand. But there are the next couple of years are going to be a thing if you end up seeing this year's retreat and really wanting in. It's a virtual retreat. It's going to take place, I believe, in July. I don't have the details in front of me. But part of the retreat comes with a pattern, and this is year 2, so it's going to be based off of the Chamber of Secrets. And I wanted to get a bag for that, a project bag. So this is going to be my Frogworts Retreat Bag. Look at that fabric. And this is from an Etsy shop, Jordy's Handmade. See it down here. And I'm just really in love with this. I love the fabric. I love the colors. I'm so excited to put my Harry Potter stitching in here. What I do have in here as of right now is the threads. I ordered a floss pack from Cecilia's Samplers, which was the place that the Black Needle Society had recommended, one of 2 places that they recommended. This shop is in where is that? Oh goodness, I don't know. Is it Montana? I don't know. I know that one of the like abbreviations for the states is misleading. I don't know if it's that one. I know it's an M one that's misleading. Y'all tell me. Branson. Is that Missouri? I just don't know. I don't know. Someone tell me. Someone's laughing at me. I'm from New York, okay? I've never been to MO, wherever that is. Should have looked it up before I showed it to you guys. But I digress. I ordered the floss pack. There are a few colors missing because colors are hard to come by right now. I know that like the blue colors seem to be especially difficult to get a hold of for whatever reason. I don't know if it's that dye is hard to get, but I do have a list here and they're going to send me when they come in, the rest of them: pumpkin pie, black raspberry jam, witching hour, and old purple paint. Old purple paint, I have a love-hate relationship with that color, personally. I have like 5 skeins of old purple paint and they're all different colors. Just saying. But yeah, so look how pretty all of this is. I cannot wait to see the pattern they come up with and stitch it. I bought the year 1. I believe it's still available on the Stitching Society's Vault page. So like they have, after their boxes are released, they put whatever extras they have up for sale in the vault. And I know it definitely was on there. So if you didn't get in on year 1, you can still grab the pattern. I'm just so excited. Look how pretty. Ooh, I'm so excited. Her pattern was so beautiful and really reminded me of like the original cover artwork. Not even reminded me, like anybody, like you see it. It was full on inspiration. It's like cover artwork. And so I'm just so excited to actually get to stitch that. The small things, right? I hope I'm better by July. Busting all the fingers. But aside from that, I think I have a few other things to quickly show you guys. Oh, so I mentioned earlier, because of Fiberlicious Yummy Fibers, that I am now part of her Fabric of the Month Club. This was April's fabric. I don't know if they have colors. Rockin' Robin. This one's called Rockin' Robin. And when I first got it, I was like, oh my goodness, it's beautiful. What am I going to put on this? I like knowing. I like seeing a fabric and putting it with a pattern. Well, I opened up my Dropbox to see what I had. And I'm going to drop the pattern here because I don't have it printed, and my printer won't make it look good because it is, I have a black and white printer, so you won't get to see it. But I'm trying to find the name so I can at least tell you the name. It is called Arcadia by Satsuma Street. I'm gonna put the picture. Where am I gonna put it? Right there. Is this not the same fabric? I mean, it's technically not, but come on. Yes, it is perfect. So I have decided that is what I'm going to stitch this on. And that is so exciting for me because now I want to pull that project and start working on it. We're going to wait a little bit till my hand's feeling better, but I have a plan for this. It's so good. It's one of those little things that I like as a stitcher, having a plan for my fabric. Other than that, it's gonna be a quick one today. I ordered a few patterns from Threads Entwined when she was having, I don't know if it was a de-stash or a sale. She was getting ready for new inventory. So I bought a couple of patterns from her. Peace on Earth by Cottage Garden Samplings. I've seen some people stitch this and it is just beautiful. It's beautiful in pattern form too, but stitched that cardinal. I think that's what I really love, the cardinal. Little house is cute too, but look at that bird. Look at that bird. And this, I had never seen this before, and it's not old by any means. It says 2019, but it's out there by Ink Circles. How have I not seen more people stitching this? Look how cute this is. I'm getting ready. We're in the process of, I don't want to say buying a house because we are preparing to buy a house. And one of the things we would like is a playroom. And I really want like a jungle themed playroom. And look how cute this is. You can see the dress. My husband was looking at it and he said, every time I look, I see another animal. Just so stinking cute. And it's not that big. It is 107 by 80. Not bad at all. So, so cute. I saw it and was like, oh, I need that. Need it. I know there was a third pattern. There were 2 other patterns that I asked her for. They were plum streets. They're not here. Oh, well, the only other pattern I have here is Souvenirs of Summer. This is a reprint, a very, very popular Blackbird Designs book that was out of print until just very recently. I know that a lot of people love it for this design, and I do enjoy that design, but I actually really like this little bird. I don't know why. I don't even, he's unique, he's cute looking. I don't know, but I noticed that I don't have a lot of summer stitching, so I definitely wanted to grab a hold of this, and that birdie is on my radar. So the only other thing I have to show you guys today is I'm going to throw in some finishing. I have things that were finished, not by me. These happen to be finished by Jolynn. Ignore my reach. Can you hear the bag crinkle? Of course you can. Who am I playing? This, as you guys saw, maybe, possibly, I made a video about the finished stitching that lives in my closet, but hasn't been fully finished, has not been FFO'd. So I'm working on that, trying to send things out so they get finished. And one of the things I had in there was this little Christmas Tart by Plum Street Samplers. Goodness, I can't remember the name of it, but look how cute. I'm gonna pop it out of the tray. Look at this. Look, it is so cute. Jolynn did such a great job. Even the back is adorable. You don't see the back, and look how cute. I love Plum Street, so this makes me so happy. Now I want all the tarts, all of them, because how cute is this? Perfect. Very much in love. Thank you, Jolynn. If somebody ever tells you I made this video, thank you. So cute. And then this was, so I've learned about myself. You know how like people are like, oh, I'm a process stitcher. I like to actually do the stitching. I'm into the finishing. I live for a finish. Like, yay, I feel like I accomplished something. I finished the pattern, which is why I normally don't have a lot of whips. And one of the things I had intended to finish before last year was I believe it's called the Bells on Christmas Day. It is it was like this Blackbird design book with a bunch of berries. I don't have the book to show you because it got attacked by my daughter in water. Thankfully, I was basically done with all of the patterns. There was very minor things that I was able to salvage from the book, and then the book passed on. So I'm going to show you the berries. These are the first time I've ever had any of my finishing turned into berries, and I was just not willing to try it on my own. So I wish I had the names of these. If you have the book, you'll definitely be able to see the names. I'll see if I can pop a picture of the book in here. But look at this. I wanted to make them all pink and red because I wanted their strawberries, right? Like I wanted them to be berries. I don't know if you can see how pink this is. I used most of the called for colors. I know there was one berry in particular, maybe two, that I had forgotten to buy the called for threads for. And at that point, I just used whatever I had. But look how cute. And she finished the tops of them. I don't know how to, oh, there we go. Each one differently. So here is the first berry. I know there's one that's called Christmas Cactus. I don't think it's this one. Christmas Cactus. This one. This is the Christmas Cactus. Look at this. How look at that top. And then, I'm really trying to remember the names. I think this is like, it had like a, I just can't remember. I think it had something to do with like Midsummer Nights, or like these berries. What are those berries called? I didn't really know they were fruit. It's gonna bother me. It's like sugar plums. This was like sugar plum night or something like that. This one was my favorite one to stitch, and was the one I didn't use any of the called for. I don't know how I just ended up without them. I really gotta just go like this. Forget the paper. Look how cute. I was trying to show you guys the color of the cloth, but it wasn't working. This was like the first day of Christmas or something. It's the partridge in the pear tree. This one gave me the most difficulty because I tried to stitch it on this fabric first. And the blues and the yellows were not showing up well on that. But it came out really nice on this pink. I think this is Charlotte's pink. The only one I remember. This little house. Look at that tree. The little deer and a birdie. There we go. You can surprisingly see him in person really well, even though he's red on red fabric. Lucky, I guess. And then this one. This one was actually my favorite. I think it was called Winter Visitor or Christmas Visitor. And if I had the book, I would read it to you. But it was one of the ladies at Blackbird's design, I believe it was Barb, had a pelican come and visit her home for an extended period of time during a Christmas. And she hasn't forgotten that pelican, so she turned him into a berry. He shows up a lot better in person. He was supposed to be 2 shades of white, but I didn't want to do that, so I gave him a light blue wing, make him really, really pop. And I'm so happy with him. So those are my finishes. I know I have some more coming soonish. I am going to show you guys, the next video is going to be the rest of the not fully finished objects in my closet. That's really it. Thank you for stopping by. I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and I hope you enjoyed learning a little bit about a Peruvian textile that you might not know was even out there, existed. I don't know. Let me know. Do you have anything Aguayo in your house? Had you seen it before? I want to know. Are you stitching the Peruvian cat symbol? So cute. So cute. But anyway, I'm going to move on. I'm pulling a Michelle. I don't want to end it, but I'm going to end it. Okay. Bye.